go ahead and get started. So just take a few moments before we start our practice, like we usually do, to just let yourself settle into your space and just take a moment to really just drop into your body, drop into the moment, and just start to go inside and notice yourself. Notice how you're coming to your practice today. Notice anything you're carrying around inside the body, whether that be tension, maybe in the shoulders, or the hips, or fidgety fingers, fidgety toes. Just noticing right now, not trying to fix anything just yet. Just observe how you're coming into your practice. Notice the expression. Notice the breath. Notice how you're breathing. Notice the space around you. Start just slowly taking in everything that you can feel and see and hear. If you're comfortable, you can close your eyes and maybe focus more on what you're hearing and feeling, or maybe you prefer to keep them open and observe what's around you. Notice the thoughts in your mind. Maybe a to-do list or a replaying of something that happened right before class or earlier this week. Just notice right now. Don't worry about trying to empty your mind. Don't worry about trying to force yourself into any particular mindset. Just notice the thoughts right now. Notice any emotions you might be feeling as well. And notice where you're storing them inside the body. Maybe a task you're not looking forward to is causing your shoulders to rise up. Perhaps something you're anxious about is causing your stomach and chest to be tight, making it harder to take long, deep breaths. Maybe something you're unsure about is causing the eyebrows to tense up, the jaw. Notice the positive emotions. Notice where in your body you feel the positive emotions, perhaps in the heart, in the chest. Perhaps in the feet you feel a grounding. Perhaps it helps your stomach and chest to soften and allow for the breath to start to deepen. Perhaps you have something you're looking forward to later. Perhaps you have solved a problem right before class or early in the week and you're just enjoying that sense of relief or gratitude. So just take inventory of all the emotions, all of the feelings, all of the thoughts, and then just slowly start to let it go. No pressure. Remember, be very gentle with yourself when you're holding on to emotions and feelings. Just thinking about letting it go can feel very overwhelming. So just little by little, just start to release. Start in the body. Start to soften the eyelids, the eyebrows, and the jaw. Let the expression be soft. Let the shoulders start to sink down. If that is difficult for you, you can try resting with the hands palms facing up, or let the hands fall down by your sides to weigh the shoulders down a little bit more. Start to release the muscles in the chest and the stomach. Allow for in and out and up and down movements with each breath. Let the hips be heavy on the chair. Sometimes tense up our thighs when we're just anticipating or concerned about something. So just notice any muscles So let's just bring our focus to the breath next. We'll go ahead and just take 3 deep breaths together, regardless of the depth or pace of your breath right now. Just make an effort to deepen it just for three rounds. So starting when you're ready, we'll inhale and exhale. Twice more. Inhale all the way down into the belly. Exhale, get rid of all that stale air. Empty the lungs completely. Once more. Inhale. And exhale. Then release control of the breath. And just notice the effects that the oxygen has on the body. Maybe it's easier for the muscles to soften now, for the mind to clear. Maybe it's easier to feel grounded. Maybe you're not feeling that just yet. That's okay too. Just be an observer and just notice right now. Notice as the breath flows back to a pace that's more natural for it. Maybe it's deeper than it was before we did the breathing exercise, maybe not. Just notice. And then we'll move our attention back into our thoughts, watching all of the thoughts that you observed just a few moments ago, and imagining them like clouds in the sky, just slowly floating by on the screen of your mind. They're just going through, but you don't have to attach yourself to any one of them. You can let them come and then let them go, knowing that all your important thoughts will come to you when you need them. But right now, you're right where you're supposed to be, doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing, and you can let that go. If at any point during the practice you find you are dwelling on a certain thought, remember not to be discouraged. Just be happy that you noticed that you have a thought you're dwelling on, and gently shift your focus back to your breathing, your observations of the body and the different poses we'll be going through, your observations of the moment. Just pick an anchor for yourself to return to. It's good to pick it at the beginning of the practice so that you don't get distracted trying to decide what you want to use as your anchor and then get stuck on a thought again. So go ahead and just decide if you want to mostly focus on your breath today, or just observing how you feel in the poses. Just set your intention for today's practice. And then when you're ready, we'll go ahead and start slow with our neck rolls. So when you're ready, we'll inhale, grow the spine up nice and tall from the top of the head. Try to straighten out the back of the neck. Keep the chin parallel to the ground. On your exhale, drop chin to chest. Inhale is ear over shoulder. Exhale, down through center. Inhale brings you to the opposite side. Going at your own speed. The inhale brings you up. The exhale lowers you down. Starting our practice with releasing tension through the shoulders and the neck. And just enjoy how good that feels. Just letting go of energy that's being stored there that isn't really serving you right now. We don't really need to keep the tension there, so just go ahead and just let it leave the body, evaporating up out of the shoulders, allowing you to feel lighter and more peaceful. Really focusing on the breath, inhaling up, exhaling down. As always, just customize this however you like. You might choose to pause at some point. You might choose to tip the head to the back. Just matching your breath. Inhale up, exhale down. But other than that, just do what feels good here. Let the shoulders remain heavy. Let the head be heavy. The rest of the spine is still up nice and straight. Just using this simple exercise to bridge you into your practice, taking you from your morning into your yoga practice, nice and gently. Nice, easy transition. Matching the breath. Inhale up, exhale down. At your own speed. Few more breaths like this. Just get the most out of this exercise. You can always be done and just rest with the chin to the chest if you're ready. Otherwise, just enjoy these last few breaths and our neck roll warm up. Just allowing yourself to fully arrive for your practice. Take your time. We'll work our way to chin to chest, spine up straight, shoulders over the hips. The inhale will bring the gaze to center. Exhale, let's drop the hands down to the sides for a few sun breaths. We'll inhale the hands up overhead. Exhale brings the hands to the heart. We'll do this several times. Just match your breath. You don't have to match me or anyone else. Just imagine growing up taller with each inhale. Exhale, just feeling more grounded, more comfortable in your space in the room, in your space and time, in your body. Inhale tall, exhale. Let yourself be grounded. Good, a few more times, match your breath. Let's do one more and hold at the top, take your time. We'll inhale, bring the hands up. Exhale, simple twist. I'm gonna reach my left hand across to my right knee and bring the gaze just over the right shoulder to get the twist going all the way up the spine. That right arm can just rest, or you can wrap it behind your back. Hold here. Nice easy twist to start our practice. We'll inhale, bring the hands up overhead. Exhale, opposite side, right hand towards the left knee. Gaze goes over the left shoulder. You can wrap the hand behind the back again if you want to. Great, nice and tall. Breathe deep. Good, a few more times, a little bit quicker. So we'll inhale to come up. Exhale to twist. And then again, inhale up. Exhale to twist. Let's do this twice more. Inhale up. Exhale, twist. Last one. Inhale up. And exhale, twist. Now inhale up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Release the hands to the knees. We'll come into our seated cat-cow. So the inhale brings you forward, arch the back. So hips tilt forward, shoulders press back. You can lift the chin if you like to. Exhale, round. You can bring the shoulders forward, do whatever you like. So just match your breath. Inhale forward, exhale backward. Good. Kind of holding onto the knees and doing a gentle pull can kind of intensify the stretch through the backs of the shoulders. So if that's something you need today, you can play with that movement. Inhale forward, exhale backward. Matching the movement to the breath. Great. And then switch to circles when you're ready, just circling the spine. Inhale across the front, exhale across the back. Great. And then just do what feels good. If it feels good to kind of add in a little shoulder movement or keep the hips both pressing into the chair or maybe let one lift as you come around. Just see what feels good to your body today. And then reverse the circle when you're ready. Maybe you want to get the head involved a little bit. Maybe you want to keep it still. This is really customizable. Inhale forward, exhale backward. And then we'll inhale to come up tall. Exhale, forward fold, just coming over in the chair as far as you'd like. You can come onto your elbows or stretch all the way down. Any low back problems, just keep your back nice and flat here. Hold and breathe. So just find a comfortable spot in your forward fold. You can stay all the way down. You can let the head be heavy. I'm just going to prop up on my elbows like this so I can see you, but you can stay down if you like to. Just focus on the breath. Forward folds are really great for the back of the body, stretching out the back of the body. Doing it in a chair has an added benefit. You're kind of getting a nice release through the hip flexors here as well as a nice stretch through the shoulders. Just hold and breathe. You might find as you hold the stretch, you want to try to go down a little deeper as your muscles get warmer, or you might find it gets to be a bit much and you want to come up for a rest. So don't feel like you have to be committed to a certain position. You can switch around and just notice the mind. Notice if you need to remind yourself to come back to your anchor. Just breathing, holding. We'll take one more inhale. So here we'll flatten out the back. Exhale, start to rise up. Great, you can circle the shoulders. Great, we'll inhale, bring the hands up overhead. Exhale, coming into our cactus position. So just bringing the elbows down to the sides. And then if you want to get that nice stretch through the shoulders, you can try to bring them back behind you a little bit if that's in your range of motion. But just stretching through the chest, you can look up here. Great. Excellent. All right, a couple more times we're going to do that a little bit faster, one breath for each motion. So we'll inhale, come up. Exhale, hands to the knees. Inhale, grow up tall. Exhale, forward fold. And then inhale, flat back. Exhale to come up in the chair. Inhale, hands come up overhead. Exhale to your cactus. Great. Inhale up. Exhale to the knees. Inhale tall. Exhale forward fold. Inhale flat back. Exhale, come up tall. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, cactus. Great, once more we'll do that. Inhale up. Exhale to the knees. Inhale tall. Exhale forward. Inhale flat back. Exhale tall. Inhale hands up. Exhale cactus. Inhale hands up. Exhale hands to the heart. Great. Just take a moment here. You can just bring the attention back inside the body. Stay in touch with your breath. Just a moment to rest before we move on with our warm-up stretches. One more inhale. Exhale, release the hands. Great. Let's come into our side stretches next. We'll inhale the hands up overhead, lacing the fingers or just pressing the palms together. We'll exhale over to one side. Either side is fine. We're just going back and forth. Nice stretch around the ribs here. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the side. Great. Inhale center. Exhale side. Hold for a few breaths. Inhale center. Exhale side. Great. Inhale center. And exhale the hands to the heart. Great. We'll come into our camel pose next, just continuing to work on stretching through the chest. So if you know what version of camel pose you like to do, you can go right into it. I'm just going to show the options. So you can do hands on the low back and just arch the heart up and take the shoulders back towards each other and the elbows. The chin can be lifted, or you can keep it neutral. It's up to you. Or you can put your hands on the seat of the chair here and use it to press forward. And then just hold and let the heart stretch. Great. This one feels really nice on the front of the shoulders too, if that's somewhere you get tight. This is good for promoting good posture. One more inhale. And exhale. Relax. Great. Gonna stretch out the hips a little bit. So we'll do our pigeon poses. Go ahead, and I'm going to start with my right leg. You can do whichever side you like. You can cross at the ankles, or you can rest the ankle on the knee. And we'll come into a forward fold and just hold for several breaths. So we'll inhale to come up tall. Exhale, start to work your way down. Just melting over that leg. Nice big stretch for the hip here. So just find a comfortable spot. You can have the elbows on the leg, reach down, hold your ankle, reach for the floor. Great. The head can be heavy or it can be supported, whatever feels safest to you. Having the head down can help intensify the stretch through the backs of the shoulders. So if you're feeling tight there, you might give that a try. And then just breathe. Notice where your mind goes as things start to get quiet and still. And gently bring your focus back to your anchor, your breath, your pose, whatever you decided to focus on today. revisit your intention for your practice. Allow yourself to just drop into the moment and be present here and now. Noticing as the stretch changes, going down deeper if you think you'd like to, or coming up for a rest. Making any adjustments you need to as you hold the pose. Long, deep breaths. Really enjoying as the tension starts to remove itself from the hip. Just starting to relax a little bit. Great, we'll take one more inhale. Exhale slowly, work your way back up, and we're just gonna go right to the other side today. So you can just release, and then you can cross the ankle on the other side, or you can put the ankle on the knee. You might be the same on both sides, you might not. Remember to keep an open mind as far as that is concerned. And then when you're ready, inhale tall, exhale, melt over the leg. Great. Hold and breathe. So you can notice as you start to get into the pose, if anything's different on this side. You might find you're much more open on one side. One side might feel a little bit easier, a little bit more free and mobile. Just notice. And then just breathe. Imagine you're sending the breath to the hip to help it relax as it stretches. Just letting yourself enjoy the stretch, just relaxing here. Enjoying a few quiet moments. Just letting yourself feel grateful that you were able to set aside this time for yourself to recharge, de-stress. Just continuing to focus on the breath. When you're ready, we'll take one more inhale. Exhale, we'll start to rise up. Great. And then slowly just start to release the leg, and we'll relax the hips a little bit, just moving side to side, windshield wiper. Great. Okay. We're going to do a few sun breaths with chair pose. So I think most of you know how to do it. So you can just start when you're ready, go at your own speed. I'm going to do a slow broken down version as a demonstration, but you can get ahead of me, that's fine, because if you know how to do this already. So the hands will come down. The inhale will bring you up as you stand from your chair. And then as you exhale, see if you can hover for a moment just over the chair and before settling back down. Just kind of testing the strength in the thighs. If this is too much for your knees, you can just do the sun breath sitting or standing. But the inhale carries you up and the exhale brings you down. Trying to keep the back nice and flat. Just go at your own speed, matching your breath. Great. And if it's too much on the knees or the thighs to kind of hover there for a second, you can skip that part too. Just go right down into the chair. Just use the stomach, squeeze the thighs. Nice controlled movements. A few more times. Great. Let's do one more full set. And then one more to stand. Drop the hands, inhale to come up. And then just exhale the hands to the heart. Great. Just take a moment here, close the eyes. Just feel the effects of those deep breaths, that little bit of movement. Feel how the body's affected. Check in with the mind. Acknowledge what the thoughts are that have been spending the most time in your mind. Just take an effort now to let them go. Or if you've not really had a problem with getting distracted during your practice today, you can just let yourself feel peaceful here. But if you have, just let it go and then just be peaceful and be at peace with that. We'll take one more inhale. Exhale, release the hands. You can shake it out. Great. Okay, we're going to work on our balance. Tree pose. So I'm going to stand next to the chair. You might prefer to stand behind your chair. I'm just doing this so you can see me. So you'll start in your mountain pose. In your mountain pose, everything is aligned. All the muscles are relaxed. You might have a slight bend in your knees. Shoulders are just heavy, arms are limp. Try to think about straightening out the back of the neck again like we did at the start of class, and just trying to keep the chin parallel to the ground, slightly tucked. Great. Relax the toes, let them press down into the bottoms of the shoes or the floor. And then slowly, when you're ready, go ahead, work your way into your tree pose. I'll do a few demonstrations, but you can go right into it if you already know what you're doing. You can have one foot turned out and just stay right like this for your tree pose. You can bring your foot up to your ankle if you like, or any spot on the leg that feels comfortable to you. Just don't put it right on your knee. Above or below the knee is fine. And then just find your balance. Let yourself be relaxed here. Maybe find a focal point in the room to look at to help you to stay balanced. And then you can pick a hand placement, maybe with the hands reaching out, hands on the heart. Maybe you prefer to keep one hand on the chair, that's fine too. Or maybe you want to try, go for it. You can also just rest the hands on the heart like this, get in touch with your heartbeat and the rhythm. Whatever feels good to you. If you lose your balance, then you need to come back into your tree pose. Find your mountain pose first, and just go nice and slowly, working your way up instead of trying to just snap right back up. Take your time to grow up tall. And then stay as long as you like. We're going to start working our way down to go to the other side. Relaxing the feet. You can just lift one heel up at a time, making sure we're not adding tension as we go. And then we'll go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. So you might have the same tree pose on both sides, you might not. Remember that either way is fine. So start in your mountain, take your time, and then start to work your way into your tree pose. And even if you do this class each week and you know what your tree pose normally looks like, remember it might not be the same each week, and that's okay too. So just keep that in mind. Take your time. Find that balance. Find your breath within your pose. Feel the toes pressing into the ground as the roots for your tree. Feel the top of the head growing up. Nice and strong. You might wobble, that's okay. If you fall, just work your way back up. And then again, stay as long as you like. If you just caught a balance and you want to see how long you can stay, you're welcome to. Otherwise, we'll start to work our way down, pedaling through the feet again. Great. Okay. We'll start with our flow. So we'll come around to face the chair, the seat of the chair. Start moving around a little bit. So when you're ready, facing the chair, we'll forward fold down. So we'll drop the hands to the sides. Inhale, bring the hands up. Exhale, swan dive down. So go as low as you like. You can come right down to the elbows, or if you don't need the chair for your forward fold, hold on to the legs, reach for the floor. Always keep a flat back if you have any low back problems. Hold and breathe. So we did our forward fold at the beginning of class, seated in the chair, so that was really great for releasing the hip flexors. Now that we're doing it standing, you should be feeling a nice release in the backs of the legs here. If it's a little too intense, you might try coming up, or you can always add a little bend in the knees as well. Just make sure the knees don't aim in towards each other at all. You want to make sure they're still aiming over the toes if you do choose to bend them. The head can be heavy again. Just see what feels good. More breaths. Great, let's bend the knees. Inhale to stand up, hands come up. And exhale, hands to the heart. All right, we're gonna go through a warrior flow today. So the first time, we'll go through slowly and take a few breaths in each pose so that you can get a feel for the poses and the flow. And then after that, we'll just do, like we did at the beginning, we'll just do one breath per pose. So we'll start with a forward fold. We'll inhale, hands come up. Exhale, forward fold. Great. Now we'll step back into downward dog. So go ahead and step the feet away. You want to keep the heels pressing down towards the floor, even if they're not touching, just keep them pressing in that direction. And then the head wants to be pressing through the elbows as much as possible. Great, great for the chest and the back, backs of the legs. Breathe here. All right, now we're gonna bring one foot forward. I'm gonna bring my right leg forward first. So coming into a lunge position. So I'm opening up my back toes to the side and the front leg is bent. The knee should be right over the ankle so it's not wobbling back and forth. Just hold here in your lunge. Nice little stretch for the hips. Now, when you're ready, we're going to come right up to warrior two. So the toes are already pointing out, so that when we come up, we're already nice and open. Great. So since I brought my right foot forward, my right hand is forward, my left arm is back. Great. So open to the side. Yeah. Warrior two. So just hold and breathe. Really feel this leg working to keep the knee nice and still, nice and strong. Now we're going to come into some side stretches. So inhale tall. Exhale, right hand towards the right knee. You can come down to the elbow or reach for the chair if you'd rather. Left arm will reach up and over. Great. So we just want to make sure we're not collapsing at all. Try to keep the heart open. It helps to look at the ceiling sometimes. You can try that. Great. Now we're going to reverse our warrior. We'll inhale tall. Exhale, keep the legs the same. Drop the left hand down to the back leg, reaching up and over. Great. And then inhale back up, warrior two. Good. Exhale, just hold and breathe in your warrior two. Great. Inhale, warrior one. We'll face the chair, hips and shoulders square off. We'll exhale back down to a lunge. Good. And then inhale, forward fold. Just rest here. And we'll go ahead and repeat that with the opposite leg. So stepping back to downward dog first. Get comfortable here. And I'm going to step my left foot forward this time to a lunge. So back toes are open, front leg is bent. Just hold here for a moment, let the hips stretch out. And then we'll inhale, coming right up to warrior two. So open to the side. Great. Hold and breathe. Nice and strong. Coming into our side stretches next. Inhale, tall. Exhale, left arm drops to the left leg, reaching up and over, trying to keep the heart open. Inhale, back up. Exhale to the back, keeping the legs still in your warrior position. Inhale, warrior two. Hold and breathe. And inhale, warrior one, face the chair. Exhale down to your lunge. And inhale that back foot into a forward fold. Great. All right, we'll bend the knees and inhale to stand. Exhale, hands to the heart. Great. All right, so we're just gonna go through that on each side again. We're just gonna flow a little bit faster, so just to match our breath. So when you're ready, we'll drop the hands. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hold. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, right foot comes forward, lunge. Exhale, hold. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, hold. Inhale, tall. Exhale, side stretch. Inhale, up. And exhale, back. Inhale, up. Exhale, hold. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, lunge. Inhale, back leg comes in. Exhale, hold. Bend the knees, inhale to stand. Exhale, hands to the heart. Now repeating just like that with the other leg this time. Drop the hands. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, hold. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left leg comes forward. Exhale, hold in your lunge. Inhale up to warrior two. Exhale, hold. Inhale, tall. Exhale, side stretch. Inhale, tall. Exhale, back. Inhale, tall. Exhale, hold. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale to your lunge. Inhale, back foot in. Exhale, hold. Bend the knees, inhale to stand, hands come up. And exhale, hands to the heart. Great. Just give yourself a moment here. Observe the effects of the breath, the poses. Just notice how you're feeling in your body. We'll come back down to a forward fold one more time and get into our table pose for a few rounds of cat-cow. So we'll go ahead and inhale, hands come up. Exhale, fold. And so we'll come to rest with the wrists right under the shoulders and the ankles right under the hips. If your wrists are sensitive, you can come onto fists or hold onto the sides of the chair. Try to press into all of your fingers so you're not just dumping the weight into the wrists. When you're ready, arch the back, inhale, lift the chin, exhale, round and tuck. Go at your own speed, just match your breath. And then just find a flat back, come down to your forward fold one more time. When you're ready, bend the knees, inhale to stand up, hands come up. Exhale the hands to the heart. Slowly go ahead and make your way back down to seated in the chair and just start to get comfortable, starting to quiet down and slow down in preparation for our meditation time. So go ahead, just let yourself get comfortable here. You've been working so hard. Now it's time to relax and just kind of let the effects from all the poses and stretches that we've done just really integrate into the body and really just sink in. Imagine this at the time where your body will just absorb the benefits from all of the poses that you've done so far. So just take a moment. You can close your eyes if that's comfortable for you. We'll start revisiting our observations from the start of class. Noticing where you are, everything you feel and hear, and see if your eyes are open. Notice where you're feeling tension or pain inside the body, whether it be in the muscles, the bones, the skin. Notice the areas you identified at the beginning of class that were feeling discomfort. Revisit those areas. Notice if anything's different. Notice if things have started to relax and soften, or if any new tension has come up. Just take these last few moments to release and relax as best you can. Go back to that visualization of the clouds representing your thoughts. Did any of them come to stay during your yoga practice? Did you attach yourself to any thought in particular? Without judgment, just notice. If you did, notice which thought. And then just take the opportunity now to really visualize that thought just flying by, floating by, existing but not bothering you. And then just passing by, leaving you completely peaceful, completely calm, knowing that it will come back to you when you need it. But right now, all you have to do is breathe. Go ahead and revisit the breath. Notice if anything there has changed. Notice the depth of the breath. Notice the pace of the breath. Notice if it's causing movement in the body. Notice if you can hear it or feel the air coming in and out. Just notice. Coming back into our breathing exercise from the start of class, we'll take 3 deep breaths together. And as we do, just notice if it's any easier at the end of class, or you might even find it's a little bit more difficult. So just notice when you're ready. Inhale all the way into the belly. And exhale completely. Twice more. Inhale. And exhale. Once more. Inhale. And exhale. Release control of the breath. Let it float back to whatever it wants now. Notice as it does. Observe it without trying to change it anymore. Just notice. Now we're going to come into our final body scan. So the purpose of the body scan is just to really allow yourself to relax completely. So go ahead and let yourself be heavy in the chair. Get comfortable. If you can hold nice and still throughout the body scan, that's great. If you need to make any adjustments during it, that's fine too. But try to make adjustments now that need to be made. Arrange the feet in a way that's comfortable. Arrange the hands in a way that makes it easy for the shoulders to relax. And then just let your attention go from each part of the body as it's named. Just letting the mind bounce around as quickly as possible. Starting with the left foot. All 10 toes on the left foot. Bottom of the left foot. Top of the left foot. Inside and outside of the left ankle. The left heel. The entire left foot. The left leg. The shin, the calf, the thigh, inner thigh, outer thigh, front and back of the left thigh, the left knee, inside and outside, front and back, the entire left leg, the right foot, all 5 toes on the right foot, the bottom of the right foot, top of the right foot, all around the right ankle, and the right heel, the entire right foot, the right leg, calf and shin, the thigh, inside and outside, front and back, all around the right knee, the entire right leg, both legs together, both hips, the lower stomach, the lower back, the spine, middle spine, upper spine, the ribs, the chest, the backs of the shoulders, the tops of the shoulders, front of the shoulders, the left hand, all 5 fingers on the right hand, palm of the hands, back of the hands, all around the wrist, the arm, the elbow, and the upper arm, the entire right arm, the left hand, all 5 fingers on the left hand, the front and back of the hands, the wrists, the elbow, the lower arm and the upper arm, both arms together, the neck, the throat, the chin, back of the head, both cheeks, eyelids, eyebrows, forehead, top of the head, the entire body. Let the entire body feel completely relaxed, heavy on the chair, completely supported. We'll take 1 minute of quiet, of inner meditation. I'll keep an eye on the clock and let you know when it's time to bring yourself back into the room, that you can just rest quietly, meditate, and close your eyes. Slowly, you can keep your eyes closed. Just start to bring some movement back. Wiggle the toes and fingers. Move the hands and feet. Slowly opening the eyes. You can stretch out the arms and legs if you like to. And then just bring yourself to seated tall in the chair for one final sun breath together. We'll drop the hands. Inhale, bring them up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me.